ugly game in Chicago, or between Chicago and the Vikings in Minnesota. Actually, beautiful stadium. Loved going to the Super Bowl there. Did not love last night, except I did. I like the score. I like the winning situation because it makes it all the more compelling for NFL fans like you, like me. We got a big show, guys. We have Deebo Samuel on the program on Eagles Week. I don't know. You know, we never know how Deebo's going to be. Is Deebo going to want to talk about it? Is Deebo not going to want to talk about it? Do you guys have questions for Deebo? A lot of Eagles fans up in my mentions. Crazy Eagles fans talking reckless, but that's A.J. Brown's fault, not ours. We also have, speaking of talking reckless, we have Jared Allen on the show. What do you think he thinks of the roughing the passer calls that have been going on? Oh, boy, let's go. Death, taxes, and I hang out with my nieces and nephews and get a cold 72 hours later. That is it. And death, taxes, and the NFC playoff picture is actually going to be very interesting, at least the wild card is, guys. Ugly one last night. Like I said, Bears go into Minnesota. They pull off a win. It was 12-10. Cairo Santos. Let's go. LFG. Man, amazing field goals. I believe he had 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that equals the amount of interceptions that Josh Dobbs had as he literally turned into a pumpkin in front of our eyes on Monday Night Football. No Manicast. What happened to Manicast? There's no Manicast last night. I was like, for Chicago and for Justin Fields, listen. It was far from a masterpiece, okay? They've been playing better of late, though. They're 2-2 in Fields's? Sure. Last 4 games, both losses coming in one-possession games. And they did set the tone early last night. A little Tommy DeVito for you with Justin. Justin went 12 for 12 in the first quarter, and the Bears offense held the ball for nearly 15 of the first 17 minutes, okay? DJ Moore, which, by the way, I'm watching this whole, I'm watching DJ Moore, and I'm thinking, okay, Tupper, all right, okay, Panthers. He just was amazing. He got 114 yards. He's averaged 99 yards per game this year when Fields has been under center. So it's always nice when you can stick it to a division rival. And they did deal Minnesota's playoff chances like a mortal blow, like Mortal Kombat finish him vibes, okay? I tweeted this last night after the game, and I knew what I was getting, because I said, we win, which means all Chicago Bears fans will, it's like, it doesn't even, like, you hit send, and it's like, they're right away going to be like, you're not a Bears fan, oh, don't notice when we win. First of all, what a win. Calm down. It wasn't exactly like the most exciting, riveting situation, but when I said we win, I was meaning it as the royal we, as Jeff Lebowski would say. The royal we, collectively, as NFL fans, because the NFC playoff race is actually now really fun. Vikings a half game up on the Packers, Rams, and Saints for the final wild card spot in the NFC. Things seemed like they were going to be really boring in the NFC playoff chase a few weeks ago, especially when you compare it to what's been going on in the AFC, but they suddenly have gotten really interesting thanks to Green Bay and LA sort of stringing together some wins. And whatever happened to Dobbs last night? We'll ask Jared Allen about it. He's plugged in with this Vikings squad. Was it more about something Josh Dobbs did or melted, or was it more like, is Vikings legend Jared Allen about to give credit to the Chicago Bears defense after a Monday night game? I don't know. After the hot start to this magic in Minnesota, and that's something we want to rally around, right? Like the big theme, the true, nobody wants to talk about it. It's less compelling this year because all these starting quarterbacks are out. It's just true. And then you want to hold on to some magic, so you really want to jump onto what Josh Dobbs is doing. And they have been able to stay competitive as a squad because he has not made mistakes. But you're not beating, you know what? You're not beating the Bears. You're not beating anybody if you throw 4 interceptions. It's just true. The Vikings have a bye week here to try to sort of settle things down, and it seems like there's a good chance that they do get Justin Jefferson back. Do they win this with Justin Jefferson? Probably. So on the other side of that probably is some optimism, and there's reason for that. The Vikings still favored at -122 on FanDuel Sportsbook. The schedule, though, people, not going to make it easy. 2 road games against teams they're sitting there pretty similarly to them, Raiders and Bengals. And then Lions, Packers, Lions, oh my, to close things out. Woof. The NFC wildcard race is going to come down to the wire. And then, FanDuel picked these boost tweets to put out. Didn't ask me. And, it was Vikings will be in the wild card, and it's out there, and it's got billions and billions of views, and I just keep getting the mentions. Just brutal, especially even not so Bears fans, you win, and you win by trolling me in the Twitter sphere. Let's get into some other stuff. Deebo Samuel is on the show. He'll be checking in shortly. They'll let me know in our amazing control room. Jared Allen will be joining the show as well to talk all things defense, all things current NFL. What do you think? You heard Alex Smith said. Alex Smith, Boy Scout. what he's, even I think Jared Allen's going to say about what Brady had to say about the current state of the NFL and the preparedness and the product that is trotted out there day in, day out. Excited to talk to him, guys. Keep the tweets coming. Do your thing over at Up and Adams Show if possible. Let's talk a little Cowboys here. Dak Prescott spoke to the media yesterday, okay, following news this weekend that he and his girlfriend, Sarah Jane Ramos, who I've met, and she's lovely, they're expecting a baby girl, so congrats to him. But in between the baby talk, he was asked about his name being mentioned in the MVP race, and here's what he had to say.
No, I mean, it means I'm playing well. Simple as that. Not really. I'm about one goal, and it's a big team goal, and I know if my name's in there, that means we're playing well, so that's great, but at the end of the day, we're just trying to build. I mean, being 8 years into this thing, it's about building and making sure we're getting better and better each and every week and getting hot right when we need to be.
I mean, who can talk to a mic better than him? And we would trust in a moment to, like, handle something in front of a microphone. It's always Dak. He always says the right stuff, and his head is clearly in the right place here. When the star's on your helmet, even winning an MVP doesn't get, you know, people off your back unless it comes with, you know, an MVP and a Lombardi. I got tube socks over here and like perfume over here. Like, that's what it has to be, okay? He's almost quietly building a case here. I've heard seen some. I was watching, you know, I really watched all the sports shows yesterday, and I saw a little bit of Dak versus Josh Allen and some of these things happening. But like, we got to give Dak an underappreciated storylines and you know, our underreactions, all of that. Like, we talked about that throughout the week. All the shows sort of do it and give love, but like, this is one that we don't really do on a Tuesday, but we're doing it. Like, I feel, because of the expectations that we heap onto the Cowboys, that the run that he's on right now really isn't being fully embraced. And if you check this out, over the last 5 games, Dak's 4-1. He's throwing for 320 yards per game. He's got a league-best 17 touchdowns, just 2 interceptions, sky-high, NFL-leading, 124.8 passer rating. That's tops, people. He's on fire right now. We're talking about quarterbacks separating themselves. You know, and I do think it's because of the Eagles. It's like no one's paying attention. You got Jalen Hurts meeting LeBron outside of the, you know, in the tunnels yesterday. Like, that's what everybody's talking about. If you look at the odds on FanDuel Sportsbook, I mean, this is really impressive over these last 5 games. He's shot all the way up to 3rd, quietly in the MVP race. I think with the way the schedule sets up for Dak the rest of the way here, I don't know. It's not going to be an argument. He's going to have the chance to play his way into that award or play his way out of it. He's, of course, saying it doesn't matter, but the schedule I'm talking about is this, guys. Seahawks, which, of course, Thursday night. Eagles, it's a great game on Thursday night. Eagles at Buffalo, and then at Miami with that coach who gets extra-sized shoes, apparently. We'll have to ask Deebo Samuel about that. Now, you want to put an end to all the Dak slander? Question mark. Do we? Go out there, Dak Prescott, run the freaking table. And if the Cowboys do that against 4 opponents of that caliber that I just mentioned, because that matters, because all you Twitter trolls and all blah, matters, I feel like it's almost it's going to be hard to not give him the MVP. I know she doesn't like that. Jalen Hurts, I know, and we're picking some MVP. We're looking at the odds, but he shot up to that's meaningful, and we should give it some love. I also want to take a little moment here to talk some Chiefs, because we didn't really dig into some of these bigger developments that we saw as they took on the Raiders, almost lost to the Raiders. That first half was wild. That game was overshadowed by what was going on in Philly during that late window too. But I think that the comeback was a huge moment for Kansas City, and we should listen to their quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. We're going from Dak Prescott to Patrick Mahomes, not even just on the team's resilience, but also coming off last week's disappointment as well.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to bounce back. I mean, when you have a short week and you're playing a team like the Raiders, you know, always plays you tough. You have to bounce right back. You wash it, you learn from it, and then you kind of just go back to the fundamentals and working. And so we still have stuff to learn from this game. I mean, there were certain situations where we didn't execute at a high enough level, but we're obviously took a step in the positive direction. Now let's just continue to do that throughout the rest of the season.
Okay, so beyond getting back to the fundamentals, there were a few other things that I think came out of this game for Kansas City. One, after being shut out for 3 straight games in the second half and having the league's worst scoring offense in the second half of the season, Mahomes and company, they ripped off 17 points over the final 30 minutes yesterday and completely controlled the game. 2, they had a wide receiver emerge. This is the solution. Most people are talking about this, but let's give it some love here to playing up and making big plays in big moments. Their rookie, Rashi Rice, put together career highs, 8 catches for 107 yards and a score. This is all the questions point to this guy. All the no Odell, all the no DeAndre Hopkins, all the who are you gonna get? Are you guys too arrogant? Are you guys not like you don't need a receiver because you have Patrick Mahomes? Blah blah blah. All the Travis Kelce's not focused. All the Travis Kelce's traveling. Travis Kelce's old. All of that. That's what he's the answer, right? The Chiefs currently the number 2 seed in the AFC, still favorites in the FanDuel Sportsbook eyes to win the conference at plus 195. I don't want to say they've fully solved the issue, and I'm not trying to put too much on a rookie's plate. This was a big step in the right direction. Let's do that again. And if it carries over during the next 2 weeks against the Packers and the Bills, watch out for these Chiefs in the AFC. All right, we are 2/3. Makes me sad. We're halfway to Super Bowl. It's crazy as far as calendar time. We're way closer with regular season vibe time on the NFL clock. But we got to talk a little bit about MVP. We'll take a look at what FanDuel's done, trending upwards and downwards. So let's have a little fun after this. Hi. Studio, Chandler Parsons' family in studio. Love to see that. Making sure he's, not just running off to play golf. He's actually doing something with his life. Love to see that. Shams in studio with Beetle and company. You can bet the NBA with a no-sweat same-game parlay from FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. It doesn't matter if you're new to FanDuel, already have an account. You'll get bonus bets back if your same-game parlay doesn't win. Build your own or choose from one of the popular SGPs already made for you in the Parlay Hub. But if you want to play, bet the NBA on FanDuel with a no-sweat same-game parlay. Deebo Samuel on the program. We've got Jared Allen as well. Time for a little pick-me-up. This is where I give you waiver wire grabs because I love you, and I can't believe you're so awesome that you're still competing in Week 13. Atta baby. It's the point of the season where slim pickings, okay? Here's a few guys that I do think will help you down the stretch. Let's take a look at Kenny Pickett. Okay, So it's a bit of a quarterback elephant graveyard out there, but he's coming off a season high 278. He's got a juicy matchup with the Cardinals this week. I love that. How about Jaden Reed? Okay, we told you last week, listen, consider this last call because he will not be under 50% rostered any longer. And he's got some nice matchups coming up. He's scored in 3 straight games. We've talked about him a lot, so last call for Jaden Reed. And at tight end, Juwan Johnson, okay? JJ. The Saints receiving corps, they're decimated. Johnson saw a season-high 7 targets on Sunday. He snagged 4 of them for 45 yards. He should get plenty of opportunities against a Lions defense that's been very generous lately. At Up and Adam Show with your tweets. Thanks for watching the show, guys. We're also streaming on HBO Max later today if you want to catch that or just give it some love, some streams for your girl. I think it hits the airwaves at 2 Eastern, so check that out. Of course, everybody, thanks for hanging out on FanDuel TV, as always, and on YouTube at Up and Adam's Show. We're headed into Week 13, which means we're like way through the NFL season, and there's a lot of arguments on who should get what award, so we thought we would just sort of do like a temperature check, okay? 6 weeks left in the regular season for contenders to rise, MVPs, cases to be made and dismantled, so who wins it? Let's play a little Who Wins It? And let's start with that MVP, because it's, I mean, people want it. It's important. I was even thinking of asking Deebo, like, what's the Brock Purdy MVP case? Does it take away from at CMCs? Like, does that get hairy in the locker room? It's just, it's like a big thing. I just told you guys about Dak Prescott. So who do we go with? Do we go with, I mean, Taylor Lewan, Gronkowski? The combo of those two guys said it should be Trent Williams from the Niners. I mean, everyone that comes on my show seems to have an opinion. Take a listen.
He is by far, he's probably the best player in the NFL. I really think that when he's on the field.
Really think about it though, because it's going to go out there into the world. Like you think he's the best player in the NFL?
I think so. Yes.
I gotta agree with him, definitely. That's how big of a beast Trent Williams is. It's not like he's a young guy either, so he's just out there dominating. He's an older veteran guy, a savvy veteran guy who's dominating, but then also with his experience and knowledge, that adds to the factor in the equation as well. So I would say he's definitely up there as one of the best offensive players in the game.
All right, so they think Trent Williams. Let's take a look at the sportsbook odds here. Eric, you produced this segment because you said we should be talking about this. So what do you got?
We got a lot of great stars here. We got Jalen Hurts at plus 150, Patrick Mahomes 350, a couple dark horses.
Okay.
Christian McCaffrey plus 3,000. You're looking for some value on your money, and then Tyreek Hill. I mean, who doesn't love Tyreek? Plus 4,000.
Okay, thank you for laying this out. Okay, I think if I really had to pick, like let's say I have the vote, and I'm going to say right now, heading into Week 13, even though I just made the case for Dak Prescott, I'm going to go with Jalen Hurts at plus 150, okay? Just because of what he's done the past few weeks and to big teams, bright lights, Bills and Chiefs. Okay, LeBron's excited to meet him and see him, okay? The passing numbers haven't been perfect this year. They haven't been perfect. But it is the will of a man to say, I'm not a loser. I win. I'm not going to lose. To lead this team to these big comebacks, that can't be overlooked. That's storybook stuff. We all want to see it happen. A league leading 4 game-winning drives. He's 5-0 and trailing at the half. He's led the Eagles to the best record in the NFL, despite the defense taking a serious dip from what they showed us consistently last year. So I'm going to go Jalen Hurts, and I hope that Deebo Samuel is not yet checked in, listening to me saying that as it is Eagles week. All right, next up, let's take a look at the Defensive Player of the Year odds. And let's take a look at some of these. Eric.
Great. I mean, we got obvious leader, Myles Garrett at plus 1.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm so glad. Man, we talked of Josh Allen so hard yesterday on the show. Look at that value at plus 5,000. I mean, Max Crosby plus 4,000. Maybe throw a little scratch on that. And then our boy, Duran. Okay, who you going with?
I mean, Myles Garrett's the fave. I don't think you can pick between, because Micah Parsons done more than TJ Watt. They sort of canceled themselves out. Like, you can't, I think they can't say one's better than the other. I mean, you can, but, it's a toughie. You have to give it to Myles Garrett. Almost is it bad to say, slam dunk? TJ Watt's got an edge in sacks. Myles is just, the scary one, the cornerstone of this defense that, I mean, they lead the league in total defense. He's a big part of that. They're not doing anything record-wise, playoff-wise, disruption in the AFC North-wise without him. He's the ball game. You can make the case for him for the first award, an MVP. Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh's total defense is bottom 10. They're 25th, as I see here. And Garrett's just like carried them through all of it. And he actually gave us his thoughts on winning the award. Take a listen.
As far as, individual accolades, that's all, nice and grand, but, you might get remembered for, winning DPOY 1 year, but, everyone remembers who won the Super Bowl.
I mean, yeah, that's your defensive player of the year. C.J. Stroud is your offensive rookie of the year. There's all of these, but the things are slightly changing. Like I said, Dak Prescott shot up to third best odds on FanDuel Sportsbook for MVP quietly over the past couple of weeks. Go check it out. Like, I know you put in your futures bets in August, whatever. Like, you can still have fun with it now. So, like, go switch it up, see what's trending up, what's trending down. What's going on as far as Coach of the Year odds? Eric, you lay it out.
I'm loving Coach of the Year because if you look at it, it's so competitive right here, right? We got the leader, Dan Campbell, at 175. D'Amico. Who doesn't love D'Amico? What he's done at the Texans. First year, plus 400. And we love Sean Payton on the show, plus 1,600. 5-game win streak, bringing them from...
But how about Dan Campbell being the fave?
I love it. Why
But
not?
I mean, my Packers just destroyed them, so I don't,
I don't know, because I think D'Amico Ryans should have better odds than Dan Campbell. Is that bad?
I agree.
I don't know. I'm trying to...
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you got?
I don't know. I'm liking Shane Steichen right now. I'm surprised he doesn't have enough love. And I'm going against my boy Sirianni, but he made Anthony Richardson look like a stud. They're 6-5. They're falling apart. He's a first-year head coach. Like, why does he not have enough buzz around him? I miss him.
I mean, Sean Payton at plus 1,600.
I know.
He's coming.
That's insane to me.
I'm going to FanDuel Sportsbook and, like, absolutely wrecking shop with that. That's amazing. I mean, he's got a 5-game win streak. He's turned this team completely around from last year. He had some adversity by his own burying earlier in the season, and then he's talked the talk, and now he's walking the walk. Mm-hmm. Sean Payton could win Coach. They'll never give him Coach of the Year.
Okay, who's going to win?
He was only Coach of the Year once, Sean Payton, I think ever. I think literally ever. And I think it was back in that Super Bowl winning year, his first year. I'm going to go a little rogue. Can I see that list again?
Pop it up.
I'm going to go Mike Tomlin.
Ooh.
Okay, plus 1,300, because he's somehow. I'm joking, I'm not joking, but like I really do think Sean Payton's won it once. Guess how many times Mike Tomlin's won it? 0.
That's a travesty.
He's never won it before, and if you look at what the question around everybody is, how are they doing this? This is a miracle season for them. 26th in offense, 25th in defense. All Tomlin does is find a way to pull it out and win a game. If Pittsburgh finds their way into the playoffs, he has to be the choice for Coach of the Year. That's who I'd vote for right now. All right, let's spice it up. We got some other ones. I don't even think these are things at FanDuel Sportsbook, but maybe if you weasel and wiggle, you can like make them things. I don't know. Or I can lobby the overlords over at the Sportsbook. Okay, so we have Mr. Clutch. That's an award that you came up with. What is that, Eric?
Mr. Clutch, coolest under pressure.
Okay.
When the cameras are on,
this will be easy.
The odds are stacked against you. The haters are doubting you.
Haters.
You always shake it off.
Okay.
And let it rip.
I'm gonna go.
This is.
Okay, this is the award is Shake It Off.
No. The award is the Taylor Swift in an NFL box award.
Oh, gosh.
Because who's done it better than Taylor Swift in a box?
I was like, is that a Justin Timberlake SNL thing? Like, what are we doing here? I'm gonna say Mr. Clutch.
Mr. Clutch.
Mr. Taylor Swift in an NFL box thing is AJ Brown.
Boom.
AJ Brown, who was the first show to tell you that this was an MVP candidate? Who lobbied?
We were.
I lobbied, I went to D.C. and said, FanDuel Sportsbook lobbyists, we are rallying and saying he needs to have MVP odds. And he just he's 5 touchdowns casually this year. He's amazing. He's incredible. No receiver is doing better than he is. And that doesn't even include the touchdown that he had last week. It's like all those 5. He's amazing. He is the Taylor Swift. There's been nobody better in a big spot than him. All right, what else?
Well, this next one, this is
just
one of
tee it up for me and I'll knock it out the park, I
All
promise.
right, this
Let's
is
do
a
this
dude
quickly.
that's sleeping with, apostrophe pillow.
Somebody tell me when we have Deebo too, please.
Skechers orthotics.
Okay.
This is a guy he's in the league, and you're like, wait, is he still playing?
How's he still here?
And how's he still doing it? This is the
like an OG?
An OG. The Matthew McConaughey. I'm getting older. They're staying the same.
I'm gonna go. Okay, let's make these tee ups a little quicker, you two. Jesus Louise. I'm gonna go. OG. Somebody I brought up yesterday as far as wanting to surprise Gronk on the show tomorrow. Matthew Slater. Matthew Slater is getting this award. He is it's the Matthew McConaughey Award. I just think he's a 10-time Pro Bowler. He's unbelievable. The special teams ace. You're 16, still playing at a really high level. He's never makes it about him. He is the Patriots' heartbeat through and through, and he's just the GOAT. He already has 113 tackles, guys. Oh no, sorry, never mind. I was looking at something else. Never mind. Yeah, our boy Matthew Slater. We're going to take a break here. Sorry, that was kind of a debacle. We're doing a little tap dancing because we're waiting for Deebo to log in and hang out with us. And hopefully Deebo is excited about this week. Certainly excited after he threw a damn turkey leg into the audience and into the stands, and somebody ate that turkey leg. Like, why? Everybody, germs. No? Everybody? Nobody? We'll be back. Thanks for doing that, Eric.
Very well. Speed it up next time.
Do 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 do.
Can you do the Tim Allen grab? Sounds like a frat house, like that.
Yeah.
Sunday line.
Okay, Joe. Okay.
Who's got?
Seahawks, Eagles, Bills, Dolphins, Lions.
Oh, you know. Two. Or two first.
Deebo checked in? Great. Is our YouTube chat just like not, is it just not a thing today? Is it off?
No, it's wrong.
Oh no, I don't see anything. You guys, I want to see. I love the black on Kata. Listen, I dress like Shams. This is the Shams uniform. That's what it is, because we have Gronk on tomorrow's show. Do you have any other confirmed guests? I'm trying to think. Chandler Parsons is going to pop on Thursday. I'd like to get Coach Lou on the show. Thank you for that. We're going to try to do that. If you're watching for the first time, these are our commercial breaks. This is what happens. And then Jared Allen is coming on. Being a germ freak, hell no. Okay, there's being a germ freak, which I'm not. But then there's like Gronk taking a bite of a turkey leg, feeding cats at Colorado who've been, where have those boys been all night,
Yeah.
And then taking another bite of the turkey. Like that's, and then like Deebo throwing a turkey leg into the crowd and somebody picking it up off of the ground.
I don't know if he caught it in midair or picked it
I'm
up.
imagining it rolling around on the ground.
Ew.
Jordan Love didn't even get any turkey.
Oh, there
Okay,
was
everybody
the...
calm down with the turkey. Like who? First
The
of all,
Fox turkey
I bet you
conspiracy.
if I asked Deebo if that turkey's like cold, day old,
I want to ask Deebo.
yeah,
What's it
seasoned.
taste like?
What does it taste like?
Yeah.
Let's rate that turkey.
Dude, he
1
was
through 10.
chomping on that turkey leg. We got the
I
B-roll.
think it's one of those things like it's like what are you gonna do? Not eat it?
Yeah.
Unless you're Al Michaels
probably
and you're
smart.
literally telling a world-renowned chef like, I'm gonna pass on this, and I'm like, God, that must be so cool to be able to say that in front of like the whole world.
Oh my God, yeah. Do you know that Al Michaels doesn't like a single vegetable or fruit?
Yes, that's like the
single-
lowest hanging fruit about Al Michaels there is. And it's like,
Sorry, jeez.
it's like, did you know? What's his name?
My God.
You ain't on the team, but do you like Deebo? Deebo. Man, I'm big. I'm big. I'm bad. I'm bad. Deebo Samuel to full race. My goodness. I won't quit. Keep on grinding. And he makes the catch. Man, I'm big.
This man's looking better and better each week. The team is red hot. The 1-2-3 game win streak for our first team All-Pro receiver in the Bay. Deebo, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing? It seems like it's been forever.
It seems like it's been, listen, you've got a lot going on. You had to eat turkey legs. You had to do the whole thing. And let's go back. Listen, don't you think that I do not remember you telling me, I asked you in August, what's your favorite matchup? The favorite team you play? And you said the Seahawks. You think you killed the Seahawks. It's what you do. And I feel like you and Trent like knew this going into this game. Look at you two. You're having a great time. I feel like y'all knew you were going to tear apart this Seahawks squad.
Well, I mean, this is just how we come out every game. I would, I would assume we were going to beat every team that, we go out there and play. And that's the objective. That's the goal. And able for us to get to where we want to be at the end of the year.
Deebo, nobody around the league wanted to see this. No one wanted to see healthy Deebo, healthy Trent out there, 7 catches, about 100 yards. You caught the first touchdown of the game. Can you walk me through this touchdown? Because it looks stupid easy. What happened here?
Well, obviously you can see like Christian got a chance to get it. I got a chance to get it. And, I mean, at this point, it's just like pick your poison. But like once Brock handed the ball off and I just seen nobody was there, I was just like, yeah, this is walking the park right here.
Did you expect to, have to truck somebody as you turn the corner, or did you know it was going to be a walk-in?
I knew it was going to be blocked up well, and there was a possibility of somebody being there. But once I got it, I seen, this is a hit-free type play right here, so why not take it,
I think we have it. Do we have the clip of him talking to the camera? Do we have that? What are you saying to this camera after you score this touchdown, Deeb?
I actually forgot. Let's hear it. Let's see, can we hear it?
Can we see it? I don't know if we can. I don't think you can hear it at all. Do we have it? I think you're saying, Seattle, you can never stop me.
And probably was like, yo, we're going to be here all day. It's going to be a long day because, we scored on, the first drive. So
what are you saying there?
I really don't remember. Kind of like when you get in the end zone, it's just whatever coming in your head, But, it was good to get that win. And on Thanksgiving, that was, my first, actually, Thanksgiving game, and it was actually fun.
6 games, 760 yards. I did the math this morning. That's 127 yards a game, 5 touchdowns in 6 games against Seattle. What gives?
I don't know. That's crazy. It's just I guess it's come with opportunity. And whenever I get the ball, my mindset is to always try to score the ball or not allow one person to tackle me. As you can see through that game, they was actually bringing it whenever I got the ball. One hit, somebody, my guy Diggs knocked the decal off my helmet towards the end of the third quarter. But they was actually bringing it. They was playing physical ball, but that's just the type of game that we like to play, and that's just how we came out with the win.
You told me Seattle's your favorite matchup. You know what week it is. You got the Eagles. If Seattle's your favorite matchup, taking on the Eagles is your what matchup?
My second favorite. It's kind of going back to last year, they got the best of us. So, it's kind of like a rematch for us, but it's just like another game on the schedule for us to get to where we want to be. We know everybody's going to be riled up for this game, and, we just got to stay level-headed and just go out there and play down at football.
Deebo, we can pretend like it's every other game, but we both know it's not like every other game. There's a little something extra.
I wouldn't say so.
No, not even a little?
Nah.
Okay, 303 days since the NFC Championship game. You've moved on. You're ready for this one.
That seems so far.
Does it seem like a long time ago? Has anything changed really for you since then?
Nah, not too much. I've been in this NFC Championship 3 out of my 5 years, and one of them we won and went to the Super Bowl. 2 of them we lost. So you always got that bitter taste in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? What is it going to take to get over that hump to get where we want to be? And, we just got to do what we've been doing all season long besides the 3 losses that we had.
I just feel like it is such a long time, 303 days. Where does your mind go when you know you're 5 days away from that? Because it's just like you approach it like every other game, but there is a little something, and it's coming up and you're being asked about it and all of that. What are you most looking forward to with this matchup specifically? The image that comes into your head, where does your mind go?
We just have a healthy Niner team, and, just the matchup, all the trash talk and all this has been going back and forth, whether this person is that person or whatever. But I feel like we have a healthy team right now, and just looking forward to get out here and go against these guys.
You're talking about the trash talk. It's all at the hands of your boy. Your boy, A.J. Brown's throwing you to the Twitter wolves. What's going on here, Deebo?
Nah, he our media team said this to me yesterday, and I called AJ. I was like, bro, come on, bro. He was like, he answered the phone and he's just screaming and laughing. We have that's my guy. So at the end of the day, he's just joking around or whatever. But I didn't take anything serious from it. But it's just the hype and all this stuff that's leading up to the game. He just want to add a little something to it. So I wasn't mad at him.
Why do you think he did that?
Because their fan base literally doesn't like us, and that they're going Twitter and Instagram and just trash talking to the game start.
Okay, well, this is your platform, your family. You come on this show every week. Go ahead and troll A.J. Brown back right now.
Oh yeah, all the Niners fans, go ahead and troll that boy AJ Brown, man. I don't know what he got going on, but that's my dog at the end of the day.
Yeah, I just think like you come on here and you're saying he's the MVP. You're giving him all the love, and then he didn't do that to you. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, man, it's all love. I think it's just all fun and games because a lot of people taking it like a little bit overboard or a little bit too serious. You know, at the end of the day, like I said, like we've been cool for like a while now, so it's like no hate towards either one of us or anything like that.
For sure. Are your notifications off? You're saying the media team had to text it to you. Like, are you off socials this week?
Nah, I never have my notifications on.
Okay.
Ever. Like my social
Take
media
that,
notifications.
Eagles fans. He doesn't even see you. You're typing reckless for no reason.
Nah, I never like I ain't had my Instagram or Twitter notifications on in like years, like forever.
Okay. Well, in defense of A.J. Brown, because I was thinking, why did he do this? But I knew I was going to talk to you. Do you think it's maybe because you're beefing with his teammates? And he, like, all jokes aside, has to sort of be like, I'm for the boys? Like, doesn't he, like, have to do that because he does have such a friendship with you?
Me knowing AJ, he don't even care about none of that stuff. He's just being AJ at this point.
I love that you love it. You're obviously getting peppered with questions in the locker room. I don't have time to go back and watch this game last year. What is the cause of the Ewan Bradbury thing? If you could explain it in terms I can understand.
Like,
was there a moment on the field?
No, it wasn't necessarily a moment of the field. We was just talking ball and, said what I said and, and they dragged it on or whatever, but whatever the case may be. But kind of like I stated yesterday, like, at the end of the day, like, I said it, but I don't regret it.
Now, obviously, you heard Hassan Reddick. I heard boo-hoos. I saw that. I don't know if he's talking. I don't know who he's talking to, the boo-hoos and all of that. But I do want to ask you. And here was the quote: "Talk is cheap. They get to come back into the link. It was a lot of boo-hoos last year, a lot of crying, a lot of what ifs, a lot of this, a lot of that. They get a chance to come back in here, line that shit up, and prove it again." So, I mean, boo-hoos, Deebo?
Hey, man, we'll catch you on Sunday.
Is this one of those? Is this one of those where you see Shanahan and you say, "Yo, give me a chance to chip number 7 on this next play"?
No, I don't play that type of game.
You don't want to block Hassan?
Nah, whatever. I mean, whatever Cal asks me to do, I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna go to him and be like, "Yo, let me chip this guy" or anything like that. Nah.
I feel like you asked for the ball though. This isn't one of those where you're like, "Hey."
I'm not a guy that go in
the
there.
Seahawks game.
I'm not a guy that go in there and ask for the ball either. Like, I think Kyle knows his personnel and he knows, what all his players are capable of, and he do a great job of sharing the ball around.
Yeah. I wonder who Micah Parsons is rooting for in this game.
He's probably rooting. He's probably rooting for us.
You
and then
think?
We'll probably be rooting for them. Because either everybody is fighting for the first bye in the playoffs. So, I mean, at the end of the day, like, they're sitting at 10-1, and I would assume they're cheering for us because I think, we'll probably be cheering for them if all things go the way it's supposed to go.
Because of how it went last year, I would like to ask you about Brock, because you have a little extra time because of Thanksgiving. And it's a little bit of pressure on Brock, right? Because he didn't have the chance to do it, you guys, what you believe he could do if he was out there.
Knowing Brock, I don't think there's no pressure.
Really?
Nah, he's not a guy that, kind of remind me of this past game when he threw a pick, like he wasn't angry or anything. He was like, "All right, guys, let's go. Next drive." And I mean, we go out there and play ball. Brock is not a guy that, "Yo, let's go. I got to go make this play. I got to go do this. I got to go do this." Brock is probably one of the calmest players that I've been around, actually. Like, not no rah-rah, like no yelling, like none of that.
So you think he's approaching this game?
Yeah. Me personally, I do.
Yeah.
Me knowing Brock, like, because after the game or we had like a practice yesterday or anything, like, he ain't said nothing about, "Bro, this is the game that I heard this, or this is the game, like, we didn't get to do this, that, and the third." You don't hear nothing like that from him.
How do you think it's going to go on Sunday?
It's going to go as well as we want to go. We know we coming out there and playing Iron football.
Yeah.
And I mean, hey, we playing pretty good ball right now, and so are they. So I mean, I feel like it's gonna be a good matchup. May the best team win.
Did you see what Michael Irvin said about you the other day?
What are you talking about? That's my dog right there.
Did you not see it? Do we have a full screen built of it? We don't. He said, Marissa, what did he say? He basically said that, yes, everybody's good on that team, and Ayuk's doing his thing, and CMC's doing his thing, and Brock, but, like, if y'all want to go to the undeniable level, like, you have to give Deebo the ball twice, like, a lot more. Basically, I'm paraphrasing what he said.
I think he's, he's all Deebo. It's my big bro. So, I mean, he thinks the way he thinks, but, at the end of the day, like, I'm a very unselfish player, and, Brandon Ayuk is playing at a real, real high level right now. Christian playing at a high level, and everybody's just flying around. Our defense is playing really well right now. We're just playing overall complimentary football.
I feel like I'll send you the clip, and then you can just, when you send that selfie of your workout selfie to Kyle, you can just, like, include it in there and be like, hint,
sure.
Hint, hint. I want to see that happen. All right, let's hit it with the Deebo download and get you out of here. I know you're got your hands full with this week, of course. We want to get you some thoughts on some things that happened. I don't know if you saw this while you were warming up for your game, but Jack Harlow performed the Lions-Packers game. And everybody's saying the budget for this set had to be like $49.99, like $3. Why did they do Jack like this? Did you see this?
No, I actually didn't.
Look at that. That's his set.
I don't know what he was trying to probably do here, but I don't know. It's probably something that he knows something about that I don't know nothing about.
Okay.
I don't know.
Safe to say Jack Harlow's not coming out of the speaks with you and Trent this weekend?
Oh, nobody come out there with that bunk box but us and the guys.
Okay, speaking of halftime performances, Derek Carr. Okay, Derek Carr could not get it together this weekend, right? He's on the sideline. Deebo, he's fighting for his life. Okay, he's in touchdownless in this game. And here's Jameis Winston. This is Jameis Winston in his face, rapping Luda, swinging from the rafters. Okay, what do you make of this?
What?
Deebo was just rapping top of his lungs Luda in front of Derek Carr on the sideline. Just went viral.
Are they losing?
Yeah, he didn't score a touchdown. Terrible loss by them to the Falcons.
That boy might love Ludacris at this point.
Okay, what's the last one? Let's get another one. I know some fans throw weird... Fans throw weird things on the field sometimes. Buffalo, I'm talking to you. This has got to be the weirdest thing. You eat the turkey leg.
The turkey leg,
which you deserve. What were you thinking, Deebo?
Well, watch Brock toss his turkey. But Brock was like, yo, I'm going to toss my turkey in the stands. I was like, shit, I'm going to throw mine with you. and so when I get in the locker room, my boys text our group chat and it's like, yo, like, the turkey you threw in the stands, like, somebody was eating that. I was like, yo, like, it's a bit much.
It's a bit much. You had this weird interaction. I mean, if I was in the stands and I paid good money to be there on thing, and a turkey leg came flinging at my head, I would hate you forever. I would be so angry.
You ate the turkey?
If I got like hit in the head with the turkey, you saw Tyreek Hill's wife in those stands with those nachos. Like, that's just no.
So you wouldn't eat the turkey?
I would. No. Would you have eaten the turkey?
No.
Yeah. You wouldn't want to be that kind of an example for a little Tyshawn? Come on now. Okay, Brandon Graham. No, go back to Brandon Graham. Thank you. What's going on? But there's like ghosts in the studio today. Brandon Graham's one of the best trash talkers in the game. You're playing him this week, of course, even during a coin flip. Listen to this.
Heads is the call. It is a heads. You like the ball. Which one would you like to kick? Heads is the call. It is a heads. You like the ball. Which one would you like to kick?
It don't matter. It don't matter. What did you think of this?
I think it's just trash talk.
Well, you're the expert in that, aren't you?
Hit a battle, it doesn't matter who get the ball. Both of them actually going to have a chance to score, so it really didn't matter who got the ball first.
Deebo, what else do you want to say about this week? Let's start some beef with somebody else. You want to come after Sirianni? What do you want to do?
Let's go Niners, man. Let's start a week off great.
Oh, wow. Positive.
Got to go get some body work done.
Okay.
Hey, catch you next week.
Catch you next week. Go get yourself
next
a win.
Tuesday, bright and early.
And now all these fans are going to... Oh, can I ask you one thing before you go? Did you see this thing about
sure.
Mike McDaniel's sneakers?
Yeah. I always said, Mike used to be here. And I always used to go in his office and talk to him. And I was like, Mike, bro, your feet is not that big. But in reality, he swear his feet is that big. So I mean, hey.
How many
But, hey,
sizes? How many
my
sizes
dog
up did he go?
My dog do got kicks now, like a lot of them.
Sure.
My boy on the sideline is stepping now.
Sure. How many sizes too big are those?
Probably about 1.5.
1.5. You think he does like cotton? Like what does he put in there? Like some tissue?
Oh, I really don't know.
Yeah.
Mike's just a funny guy.
He's just a funny guy. You're a great guy, Deebo. We appreciate you keeping it positive. Stay healthy. You certainly look it out there, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, catch you next week.
See ya. We'll be back after this. Jared Allen, legend with the Vikings, joining us after this. Always appreciative of Deebo's time, especially ahead of the game of the year. It's the unbelievable matchup in the NFC. Jared Allen on after this. All right, AJ. AJ's got to get all that smoke now. I wonder why he did that.
I think he's like, I know that AJ's one of the biggest prankers of the soccer room.
And now Eagles fans, who I love, are going to be like, you hate the Eagles. No, I don't. I love the Eagles. The feet thing should go out.
Oh, yeah.
Is there an issue with the prompter? No, but it is just flying the whole interview. I'm reading off my laptop. It just keeps going. I was super specific with like editing it before the show. It was perfectly laid out. He was great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's Deebo.
Isaka, are you seeing my text to you? Lack of comms? Yeah. What do we got? Did they say anything?
I've been going hard. Hey, sacked by Jared Allen. Oh, I'm going so hard. Oh, I'm going so hard. Oh, it's a sack by Jared Allen. Tell me what you know about.
Wow. That right there, one of the best pass rushers in NFL history. 4-time All-Pro, 5-time Pro Bowler, 103 career sacks. Oh, those 4 quarterbacks back in the day where the NFL was a real thing. Let's welcome in proud mullet man, Vikings legend, and apparently F1 race car driver who just got home. Jared Allen, how are you?
Appreciate it. I'm doing well. Yourself?
I'm great. Where are you driving in from?
Oh, I was actually coming back from curling practice and got behind some slow drivers. So, I want to be punctual, but I want to be safe as well.
We got to get into the curling of all of this. And let's just do that. Yeah, let's just do that. Where is the curling part of this? We have some breaking news to get to, by the way. I don't know that we'll be breaking to you because you'll been in the thick of it, of course. But, okay. You were in Bern, Switzerland, I just want to get it right. The Consolation Cup, right? In the Curling Grand Prix. Talk to me about this. Your goal is to compete in the next Winter Olympics in curling. Where do you stand in reaching the goal?
Well, I mean, we're on track. I think we have a good chance of making the Olympic trials. So, once that's step one, right, is making the Olympic trials and then going from there. So right now our team is qualified for nationals. So we actually got to go up to Morris, Manitoba this weekend.
Okay.
For a nice, beautiful place, Morris, Manitoba. If people should try to check that out. I've never been there, but I heard they rave about it. One coffee shop, one curling club, one hotel. So just book ahead of time is all I'm saying. We got to go there and get that. But other than that, yeah, we're probably qualified for nationals. Hopefully we'll see how our nationals goes, hopefully win that podium at least. But, I think we have a good team. We know our competition. We've played them a lot. We got to get, keep getting better and better and better and see what happens when we get into the tournament. Then it's a winner take all.
Some dudes take up golf. Some dudes, and you're out there trying to make the Olympics. I give you a lot of credit. It's amazing. You're an absolute legend. I literally get chills talking to you, truly. And I don't know if I'm sure you know this. Your phone must have blown up with the announcement this morning that the 2024 Pro Football Hall of Fame semis were announced. Breaking news to you? Your fourth time making it, of course, this far in the process.
Did not know that came out today, so appreciate you telling me that. You know what they say, fourth time is a charm, I think. So, it's kind of like the bridesmaid, right? I was always a bridesmaid, never the bride. So I'm just kind of like, hey, we'll keep taking it as it comes.
Last time I talked to you, and it was a little over a year ago, you said it'd be great to get in. That's fine. But it wouldn't make your kids love you more. I love that line. I remember that. You said, you still have to, pick up the dog crap in the yard, I believe is what you said. But,
yep.
you came in on a horse when you were inducted to the Vikings Ring of Honor. What do you have cooked up if you get into Canton? Are we doing like a curling spin?
Man.
What are we doing?
We'll do something cool. I don't know, maybe like a top Trans Am or something like that. Just let the salad flow. I'm sure we'll come up with something cool if they. Maybe that's why they're not letting me in. They don't want to see the antics. Maybe they're afraid of what may transpire with all this. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to do something cool. It would be legendary.
We love that. Now, last night, your Vikings. They took it to my Bears like you did for so many years. And they tried to get a win. They couldn't. The Bears win. They made things more interesting. The wild card race as well. It was sort of a defensive battle, low-scoring game, kind of weird. What did you see out there with Dobbs? Because he turned into a pumpkin in front of my eyes. Was it more about him melting down or whatever? Or are we going to give credit to the Bears defense this morning?
First of all, you got three of those were tipped. Well, okay. The one interception was a great throw by Dobbs, right? Addison just drops it over the middle. The other one's tipped. The guy makes a good play, so you can't really take two of those. Two of them were just bad decisions, right? A bad throw in that. I think it was like a little 7 route, and then the other one just take the sack. But yeah, I think like anything. Again, I don't know Dobbs. I think you look at the resurgence of Geno Smith, so I think people are trying to look for reasons to elevate people past maybe what their ability is or where they're currently at in their career. So I think he had a hiccup, right? So people acting like, oh, here it is, the Cinderella story is over. That happens in the NFL. You give defensive coordinators enough time to get enough film on you and study you. They're gonna try to trap you into what your weaknesses are. B, guys are going to have bad games. Unfortunately, it happened on Monday Night Football. I think it was a defensive battle. He moved okay in the pocket, but he was throwing some stuff under pressure. And then lack of a run game. To be honest with you, I think you got to give it to the Bears defense is that they controlled the line of scrimmage. They stopped the run well. And, you make a quarterback who's not, doesn't have a whole lot of starting experience and you make them be one-dimensional. Now you can pin your ears back and you do things, coverage-wise, you're behind the chain. So, I actually like the game. I love watching defensive battles. I was a little sad that the Vikings kind of backed off there at the end of the game. But, again, I think people are going to read too much of it. I think the Vikings will come back. I think Dobbs will be okay. I think, Coach will pull them back together and kind of simplify things to get back to doing what they did to win.
What do they do with Kirk Cousins? What should they do?
What's his contract? I don't know. There's a lot. That's a lot to unpack. Do we have enough time?
Make it quick. We got lots to talk about.
You blow your Achilles out at this point in your career. I think there's just it's a young man's game. It's going that way. I don't know that you can invest that much more money it would take to keep him. To be honest, I don't think it has any bearing on his ability. But you're going to come off an injury, and I don't know what his contract situation is or how much you're going to pay him. Last year of his deal. Oh, you can't pay him. It's a no-brainer. You can't pay him. Sorry, Kurt. Not nothing personal. Nothing personal at all. But I mean, it's as a fan, if I'm the GM, what are you going to have to pay him? 25, 30 million a year?
You know he just wants. Yeah, you're right.
And then
sorry,
you're tied up. You can't do it. Sorry, it's the ride's done.
Sorry, I mean he's done okay. He's done okay. They're probably going to go with a rookie or some other way.
He's got gold crutches right now. He's doing just fine.
Let me ask you this. Tom Brady, I don't know if you saw this. You see him come out and take the NFL to task. You see this?
Yeah, I heard about it. I read a quote or something.
What do you think?
You know what? I think we all are those players, right? You know, the old guys when we were playing, the league's changed, it's soft, guys making too much money. I'm like, imagine if I played in today's, how many, making $100+ million a year. So I think every generation kind of does that. I think there's still some good football players out there. Football is still a tough, it's always an evolving sport. So is it the football that we played? No. Has it changed? Yes. Do I think certain position groups are not less talented, but a different dynamic? Like take tackles, for example. I don't think the offensive tackles are what they were when we played, because you still had 330+ pound, 40-pound guys. You're still, Marty ball was a thing. Power football, you had 3 tight ends, right? So the game has evolved. Therefore, the players have evolved with it. So I think it's hard to judge about that. So I think there's some validity to what he says, but there's other stuff where I think it's just it's a different game and it's a different generation.
Wow.
And these gripe and bitch about the next
I thought
generation.
You were going to come and eviscerate. I mean, if you were getting some of those roughing the passer calls, I don't know that you would actually be
I think the roughing the passer calls is garbage. I think that is absolute garbage. I've said that. But I don't think you could take the whole NFL to task over that. I mean,
who's the best pass rusher in the game right now?
Oh, man. I mean, obviously I'm biased. I think Danielle Hunter's up there. Myles Garrett. I'm a huge fan of Myles Garrett. I really am. So good. And then, I just think you should watch it, because it's not just a pass rush thing. I mean, that guy's on the field every single down, and that's what I like about it.
Love that. All right, your charity, Homes for Wounded Warriors, guys. So many ways to raise money. You've raised over $220,000 as part of the Mullet Championship. You made mullets cool before. There's some kids all across the country in LA wearing Jack Harlow's wearing a dumb mullet. You're the mullet man, baby. We love you.
I just got first cut too.
We love it. You're the best. Bye, Jared. Thanks for making it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Bye.